Greetings in the name of Yahuwah and His Son Yahusha HaMashiach. My name is Malak Shalomo. Today is the 4th of December 2023. It's 11 minutes past 2 p.m. I'm going to do a trade recap on a trade I did on the ES. So let's start off here with the 1 hour context of the market. So I made some adjustments to my Wycoff theory kind of phase that I have this market in here on the 1 hour chart. This is let's just point this out here. All right, so this is the buying climax. That's the automatic reaction right there. So the buying climax happened on the 22nd of November. That was 45.80.25. The automatic reaction came down here to let's see, what date was that? Let me just make this a little bigger. Right, so the automatic reaction was at the 28th of November. So let me just point that out here. That's the automatic reaction. That's the buying climax. After that, we had a test here on the 28th as well. We pushed up here to uptrust after distribution on the 29th. We came back down and we made another test, broke the automatic reaction, made a test, kind of like a shakeout. And then on the first, we had this this uptrust here, right? Which is like, it's a breakout, right? But today, what we're seeing here is, I label it now a failed breakout, right? Because we had all this selling right back into the range and almost to the automatic reaction, right? So we came back all the way to this level here. So I labeled that a sign of weakness. And that's now a false failed breakout, right? So looking at this structure here, I was thinking, okay, it's a reaccumulation. But with this this pullback here, this pullback is really deep, right? So if it was supposed to be a reaccumulation and we're supposed to be breaking out from this level here, right, the buying climax, and breaking out and going up into phase D and also phase E, this is supposed to be phase D to come back down to test like the buying climax right here, and then we're supposed to get some support and then push up further, right? So we're supposed to get support here and then rally up and continue with the uptrend, right? So with this coming back all the way here to almost the automatic reaction level at 45.52, I'm now considering looking at this as a redistribution phase, or redistribution kind of accumulation or price action here, right? So instead of thinking it's gonna break out for a reaccumulation, I'm now thinking we're gonna get some lowest point of support somewhere around here by the buying climax again, and then we might move further to break the bottom of the range, right? So let's see what happens with that though. But let's go into the trade I took. So I was basically looking for longs, right? So thinking it was a reaccumulation, I was really looking for a long entry. So I actually got, I think I took some trades here at the beginning at the open. Those went into profit, and then we started to pull back. I was trying to get trying to get like some support buys right here around this level here, and eventually got washed out, you know what I'm saying? So after getting washed out and stuff, I'm still looking for buys because I'm thinking, well, okay, we're in an uptrend, we're getting a pullback, right? So I'm looking for some support, right? So eventually caught some support around this area here at let's see, 45.53, or the low of this candle here was 45.57.75. Right, so that's this candle right here, and then we started to get some support, right? So let me just switch over to Bookmap and show you what that looks like. So around this level here, right, is when we started to, hold on, let me just make this a little bigger. Right. So at this point here, the selling started to kind of dry up. I mean, well, it's still big bubbles, but it's no follow through. And I had this label right here as the lowest point of support. So I kind of switch around those labels, right? Now that's called, I'm calling that the sign of weakness, right? So this was the lowest point of support here. So I was looking at the reversal pattern that's happening here, right? So we created this low, got the buyers coming in, created a higher low. And as you can see here, I took some paper trades on Bookmap and took the entry here on the breakout, right? So we rallied up here to VWAP, which is also the value area low, right? Let me just take this off, move this forward, right? So we broke above VWAP and value area low. You see we had like a minor retest right there, right? So you see we had the buying, we broke out of VWAP. That's that red line right there, broke above VWAP. We also had a breakout of value area low right there, had a retest, broke out of VWAP, retested above value area low, and continuation up to the POC area, right? Let's see here. Right, and just follow through. We got a lot of follow through, going all the way up, getting some nice retest to the POC area, breaking out, retesting the POC area. This is the upper POC. This is the lower POC of the value area. So you see we're getting that breakout, retest. Right, we got some sideways movement, break above higher again, above Camarilla S4, and eventually got a breakdown here from Camarilla S4. So let me just go across to my trading platform here and show you where I took some trades. Right, so the entry here, let's see, pull this out. Right, so we had a long entry right here. Let's see, what price was that? Around 45, 59, 75. Added to the position here at 45.67. Took off some right here at 45.69. Took off some here again from this position. I closed this position. This position that I added here at 45.67. I just closed that position, right? So eventually I added to the position here again at 45.72. And eventually just stopped out on this candle right here because you see it's kind of making a kind of like, I guess it's a hangman candle or like a doji up at the top, right? So the reason for that was, let's see, let's go back over to Bookmap here, right? So if you look around here, let's see, 1 second. 45.69. Let's see. Right, so around this level here, around this area is where we had this breakout, and we came up to this level here in the POC area, and we started to pull back. So that kind of it kind of got me a little worried that we're gonna break down at this POC level. So that's why I ended up taking off some of that. So eventually I actually added back to the position, but as we came up into Camarilla S4 and we started to move sideways and get this kind of breakdown here, that's where I exited at 45.74, right? So we broke above Camarilla S4 and I exited here at 45.74, and eventually it just moved sideways and we ended up breaking down, right? So that was a good exit right there as we topped out, because we're in a downtrend coming into the opening of the market, right? So Camarilla S4, we already broke Camarilla S4 coming down, and now we're retesting it from the bottom up, right? So what was support is now turning into resistance. So when you get these kind of patterns here, or this order flow right here, you see we're getting big buying, but then again there's no follow through. and we're looking at certain levels here like the Camarilla S4 to establish some exhaustion, right? So when we get this breakdown, let me just use this again. So when we get this big buy in here with no follow through, we start breaking down. We're below Camarilla S4, and now you're getting a pattern of retesting the Camarilla S4. So let's say you wanted to go short, right? Because this is how sometimes you have to think about it. If you're in a long position, you want to start looking for short setups, right? And to me, this is a good short setup. We have a stop here, a pullback. We have no continuation on this higher high. We have a breakdown, and then we have a lower high, right? So I would look to take a short somewhere around here because it's giving you evidence at this level that it's a short. Now, if you're in a long position, that's a good place for you to exit your position, and that's what I did. I exited at 45.74, and eventually it just broke down,
Stocks run
and
ES.
this is where we're at right now. So we're probably gonna retest. We did retest the weekly value. I mean, not the weekly, but the value area low, and we're still getting buyers here. So, but what I'm noticing here on this current order flow is that we're coming up to the POC level and we're failing, right? So we're getting sellers at this POC level at 45.71, right? Which is also a preliminary stop level when this whole phase began, right? So let me just switch back over here to trade in view and go to the 1 hour. Wait, hold on. So this preliminary stop level is, let me show you. Right, so when we were coming up in the uptrend, this was the first sign of resistance, right? So that's the level I was showing you here on Bookmap. Let's go back over here to Bookmap. And you can see I have it labeled on preliminary stop and it's still playing a part, right? We're still getting sellers right here. So who knows if this is turning into like a redistribution. They're just taking profit and probably going to break down these levels, right? Probably come back down here, 45.60 and even lower. Now the last area of support, which is the test, was at 44.75. So let's see what's going on down there. 44.75. Let's see what kind of liquidity is down here. All right, so we have some heavy liquidity here at 45.50, and then not so much here at 44.75, but there is a heavier liquidity at this area here. So possibly we could get down to these levels and start breaking down even more, so, but who knows, man. This is looking kind of tricky right now. I mean, buyers could still be accumulating here and looking to push up and break out, but right now this is looking it's looking a little suspect for the longs, right? All right, y'all, it's Malak Shalomo. I hope you all enjoyed my trade breakdown, and let's see, let me just point this out. And where is it? Right, so that was the profit on the day. This is the evaluation account, right? So don't think that that's real, right? Like I ain't make that money for the day. This is just an evaluation account to get it funded on Apex, right? So if it's a funded account, I won't be taking the kind of risk to accumulate that kind of profit right there. I'd definitely be taking a smaller size on accumulation on a live PA account, right? So just pointing that out. That's the profit for today, and that's an evaluation account. All right, y'all. So it's Malak Shalomo. Y'all trade safe and stay blessed.